Whether you're a guy in a cave
or a rogue who's sneaky,
join Rodger and Chris
as they entertain the geeky.
Guys, that was beautiful.
I am so touched.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was thanking them.
Rodger, Chris.
Yes.
We're here.
We're here. Hi.
Sound off, Matt, Jeff.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Jeff.
They're here too. Okay, good.
Yeah, good.
Everybody's here.
All right, so last episode, we started talking, and briefly, I bitched about the black hole of anime.
Yeah.
I would like to actually formulate my thesis statement for you and have a discussion about anime and your favorite animes and the rise of anime, if you will. Mm-hmm. So back in the day, Chris, yes, we had Gundam Wing that came out in the 80s and everything like that, but you didn't see those on TV. Up until Pokemon, really, anime was not widely shown. Before 95, it was you had Akira, you had Robotech, and if you were lucky enough to have a video store that carried anime, you might see Ghost in the Shell or Dominion Tank Police. It wasn't like Sci-Fi Channel was the first one to actually show anime regularly. Every Saturday morning you wake up and there'd be anime. That's how I first found Akira. But like Neo Genesis Evangelion, one of my favorite ones, you didn't get that here in the States until the 2000s.
Damn.
And that was like a decade after the show had ended.
Damn.
You don't care.
Nope.
You don't care.
Not one bit.
But it was weird. It was, like, anime in the 90s was a lot like comic book stores in the 80s and the 70s. It was hard to find. They were dark, dingy stores, and nerds went to them. And they weren't widely out there. Mm-hmm. And nowadays it's, thank you Toonami and the population boom of nerds that anime is just flourishing. So, what's your favorite anime, guys? Like, what are you watching now, or what's your favorite?
Are you going to talk about what I'm going to talk about?
Probably. But I'll start on one that I actually saw on, I want to say Cartoon Network or Toonami. One of those two that has always been a favorite of mine. Bobobo Bo Bobobo.
Oh, God. Yeah, that was the
so
thing.
good. It is one of my favorites because it's a really well done, just sort of random comedy show. It's about Bobobo, who is he has an afro and he fights the hair hunters.
Well, we should preface this. If you know what Fist of the North Star is,
I do know Fist of the North Star.
This is a parody of Fist of the North Star. The main character Bobobo, his special fighting technique is Fist of the Nose Hair.
Oh.
Yes. It really only starts... Yeah, it only starts for maybe the first 5 chapters or 5 episodes as that parody. Yeah. From there, they introduce really insane characters. It becomes more of a parody of just general fighting manga in general. Just... I don't know where to start on it, though.
They must power up to level 9 billion.
They gotta throw this one punch that they do a 7-second freeze frame on.
So, a good example of its type of humor would be, so Bobobo has to fight a really strong enemy, and another one of his teammates says, "I'll teach you the shattering fist technique. However, in order to use it, you give up one of your limbs." So, this teammate punches Bobobo and his arm gets destroyed, and Bobobo jumps towards the enemy, saying, "But I will only be able to use one." And then the next page, you turn the page and you see him. His arms and legs are extended and exploding. And he says, "I'll have to use all 4. It's always unexpected wordplay or parodies or references. And the characters are insane. There's somebody who's a talking torpedo.
There's a character called, what is it? Mr. Serviceman?
Serviceman.
He's the fan service character. And he constantly flashes his junk at you.
Ooh, that sounds hot.
There's a character made entirely out of Jell-O.
Yes.
It really sounds like my high school fetish is all coming to life, man.
Yeah, Bobobo's fan. If you like the kind of comedy that Adult Swim has been putting out in recent years, I think Bobobo's good for that. But,
right.
With its anime twist.
All right.
So one that I've been following a lot is kind of like, so you're talking about how Pokemon sort of made anime a little more popular, but that was more just like American anime,
right?
And so that Yu-Gi-Oh came out, and that was also popular. But I think a lot of Japanese anime in America became popular after Dragon Ball Z, that had a lot of popularity, and then Naruto and Bleach
In One Piece.
and One
the
Piece.
Big Three.
The big three: Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, and then Dragon Ball Z included.
Yeah, but Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece are still newer anime.
They're newer, but two of them have ended so far.
No, like I get that, but when I say newer anime, I don't mean that they're like, oh my god, they were done in 2016, but they're newer here.
Yeah, they're newer here. We could call them third wave anime.
Third wave? Yeah, I guess so.
So they became really popular, and that's what I grew up on was this whole. It's called shonen. That's the genre.
Shonen Jump.
Shonen. Well, Shonen Jump's the manga that the magazine that published all three of those series, as well as many other. But it's typically categorized as a genre that appeals to younger boys. The main character is typically a young boy, and one popular trope is that the main character is sort of like a chosen one. They have some special ability within them that forces them to be the hero for those around them.
Okay,
so if
also,
you are not the chosen one, you are not special. You're one of the
no,
main
no.
Scrabble of
But
victims.
the other
the
main
story,
themes
the
are
story
always...
is usually about these chosen ones starting from the bottom and
now he's here.
And now he's
Yeah.
here. Yeah,
Start
exactly.
from the
But
bottom.
there's always
And learning his
also
powers.
there's always also their friends that join them. I
Yeah.
think that's a big thing. Is there's always
Friendship
the
is
team.
a huge part of shonen manga. Is the friends will help the main character grow.
Whatever happened to anime that was all about blood, guts, tits, ass,
Exactly.
and
That still
That's
exists.
like the original. You talk about like Cowboy Bebop and
Trigun,
and Trigun.
Gundam Wing.
There's some dark. This Neon Genesis Evangelion. That's very dark. So there's a lot of dark themes, and then the counterpoint is sort of this light shonen manga where the main character can never fail. Anyway, so I bring this up because a manga, an anime that I'm really interested these days in is sort of like the response to the Narutos, to the shonen genre. It's called My Hero Academy, and it's on Hulu right now. They're releasing episodes for it, and to sort of explain how it's a response to the shonen manga is the main character lives in a world where superpowers are real, and over 3/4 of the population has superpowers.
But he doesn't.
Most of them are mundane. That's the thing. There's and then so most of them are mundane, but the people with really powerful ones, they can petition to be. They can go to school to be superheroes. And the main character wants nothing more than to be a superhero, but he has no powers. And so
is he rich?
No, he's just a kid.
Is there a super soldier?
He's just a kid that wants to be a superhero, but he's not the chosen one. He doesn't have the powers.
Can he build anything?
What?
No.
Yeah, can he?
He's not
can
like
he
a gadget
create
here.
himself.
No, he's not. So, but what happens is there is another character who is the pinnacle of superheroes, and the main character bumps into him by chance. And I guess he's technically a chosen one in that the pinnacle of superheroes needs to retire, and he has his superpowers. He can pass his power on to another person. So he chooses the main character to be his successor, to be the hero of all heroes.
And then he turns evil and kills everyone.
But what's funny about this is
That's what
that the power that is gifted to the main character is very harmful to him. Whenever he tries to use his super strength power, he'll destroy his limbs and his legs.
So he's like Deadpool.
No,
but he doesn't have regenerative power.
It's like if you, if you think about the physics part of like being super strong, you can really hurt yourself because it's about to move something heavy. It's about the acceleration that you can get to make that happen.
Right.
Being able to move very quickly to do this. So if you were all of a sudden granted with this crazy amount of strength, you would fuck yourself up. You would break bones. You would tear muscles and tendons and all that stuff. So
Exactly.
That's pretty interesting, actually.
So anyways, yeah. So basically the main character, rather than a typical shonen manga where he's born with the power and he didn't know he has it, but now he has to use it and he's really good at it. Instead, he wasn't born with the power and he wants to use it, but he's terrible at it and he can't use it as much as he wants to, or else he'll just destroy every limb in his body. He won't be able to do anything.
So where does Beyblade fit in everything?
Marketing,
yeah.
You like Beyblade.
I love Beyblade.
Beyblade was made to sell tops.
Good.
Now, let me mention, if we have time for this, a third one that I think Roger would like if you like Death Note. I don't.
Hold on. The jury's still out on Death Note. Death Note threw me for a big fucking loop. So when I watched the first episode of Death Note, I was like, oh, so it's going to be an awesome anime. It's going to be about the light descent into darkness. And we're going to see like the struggle of him going, I can't use this book, but I must. And we'll see how he changes over the course of the series. And that's what I thought the show was at. And then they come back from the commercial break and it says 5 weeks later. I'm like, oh no, he's just fucking nuts off the get-go. So I have no idea what to think about Death Note.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've gotten...
Here's where I'm at.
Has the character of L been introduced
L's
to you?
been introduced.
Yeah.
L has revealed himself. And now the second Death Note is out with the girl. Mm-hmm. That's the last episode I watched of Death Note. Is now that there's two. And she's like, I wanna meet Kai. Or what the fuck his name is.
Kira.
Yeah,
But-
whatever.
That's what I said,
so-
Kira.
Something similar to Death Note that I don't know if it's an anime yet. I know it had a live action adaptation. Was Liar Game. Now I've only read the comic, but it's where a woman gets like sort of swindled into doing almost a game show, but without the show part. It's just a game where a lot of money's at stake. If you lose, you go into huge debt, but if you win, you get a lot of money. She accidentally gets roped into this, and to help her, she enlists the help of a con artist who just got out of jail.
That sounds awesome.
Now, as it goes on, she's really selfless, the main character, so she spends all of her winnings to save other people from their debt, and then she advances further into the game. So she keeps getting trapped back in this game. Each sort of series, or each sort of arc is about these different, just really broken design games that people play to make a lot of money or lose and fall into slavery, basically.
What's the name of this again?
Liar Game.
I'll check that one out. That one actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all about these really horribly designed games that have loopholes and weird strategies, and it's a psychological mess. But the main characters always seem to find ways to break them and abuse the system.
See, for me, like with anime, like there's a reason I can't watch One Piece. I can't watch these shows that go on for years and years and years. Like Dragon Ball Z, I'll never watch. Because anime to me is always perfect when here's 25 to 50 episodes and we're done. Like we're telling a story, beginning, middle, end, done. Move on. And that's to me, that's just the old school way of anime where like Trigun, it was a limited release. There's a couple episodes were done. Cowboy Bebop, done. Robotech, which Robotech is I won't even call Robotech anime because that's American. Like that's 3 different animes rolled into one to tell a storyline that barely makes any sense if you watch it all in one sitting. We had movies growing up. That was our anime. It was Akira, Dominion Tank Police, Ghost in the Shell, which the new movie looks really good with Scarlett Jo.
It does.
It looks really
Scarlett
good.
Jo looks really good.
Oh my god. But that's what we had. Like we had those movies. Ninja Scroll. Oh my god, Ninja Scroll was so good.
I have a recommendation for a series that's it's concise, it's short, it's only I think about 20 episodes, maybe even less. But I don't know how you can find it. And a friend of mine who his favorite anime was of all time, he watched a lot of anime. His favorite one was Death Note, and then he watched this. This is his favorite. So it's kind of a psychological sci-fi thing, but it's a little more lighthearted. It's called Steins Gate.
Oh man,
that one you watched?
I watched all of it.
Yeah, Steins Gate's really good, and the premise is it's a wacky scientist living in the real world. He likes to call himself a mad scientist, but he hasn't done anything with his life until he accidentally creates a time machine with his microwave and a rotten banana
in a cell phone.
I'm sold.
So he accidentally makes this
in.
weird time machine, and then
everything goes south.
He figures out what he wants to do with it, and then after he does that, everything goes south.
Yeah.
Another interesting thing to me is anime was always that genre that could show everything. I mean, you would pop in a movie and you're in feudal Japan. The next movie you're watching, you're in Neo Tokyo and a big blob is blowing up. But to me, some of the best anime was like Perfect Blue, where it was just, it's a real story. Like this anime could have been filmed and it would have worked. Summer
Summer Wars?
Summer Wars is, to me, like that. You could have made a Summer Wars live-action movie, and it would have been just as good. To me, that's the perfect anime is we're making a movie that just happens to be animated. Mm-hmm. And that's why those two movies just always stick out as awesomeness. Mm-hmm. Which I cannot wait for Akira live action to come out. Let's hope that Ghost in the Shell makes a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. I'm interested to see that Ghost in the Shell movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys have seen the trailer, right?
Yeah.
And now they tell us the Puppet Master is not in it. But that guy, at the end, didn't he a fucking Puppet Master?
Uh-huh.
I mean, come on. That looked like him in the trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I just want to make sure.
That's what the internet is speculating.
Maybe he just shows up at the end and is like, hee hee hee.
It's a weird choice to put that in the trailer, though.
They do that for marketing. Look
Maybe
at
it
Suicide
wasn't.
Squad.
Maybe. Well, look at the because it might be the assassin. Instead of Puppet Master, the assassin that Puppet Master sent after Major with the dreads and the. Maybe it's that guy.
Nobody could see what you just did.
The two people that matter did.
The two listeners?
Yeah, they know.
I'm teasing you.
They know.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off, Chris. What's your favorite anime?
Rurouni Kenshin.
What
It's a
about
good
Beyblade?
anime.
It's very good. Huh?
What about Beyblade?
I love Beyblade.
You do.
I love
Is
Beyblade.
that the truth?
That's absolutely the truth.
Cool.
Like, okay, so it worked. Their marketing worked because, like, I saw the tops on TV and I was like, that's dumb. Tops that run into each other, whatever. And then I watched the show and I was like, holy shit. I need to go purchase products. And I did. I have 72 tops.
Wow.
That's how G.I. Joe became a cartoon. Let's sell more
Transformers.
toys.
Yeah. A lot of good cartoons are marketing schemes.
That's all they are.
But they're cool cartoons, so who cares?
All right, so before we wrap this up, favorite all-time anime. Favorite all-time anime.
All time.
I just realized my favorite is one I didn't mention.
Okay.
Gintama.
Gintama. Yeah, that's good too.
Okay. All right, Gintama. Jeff?
Air Gear. I didn't mention that either.
What the fuck is Air Gear?
Should we go into it real quick?
Go.
Do we
Just
have
our
time?
favorites?
Yeah.
All right, so Air Gear, everybody is obsessed with motorized rollerblades.
Sounds like something you'd like. Pay attention.
But
I'm listening.
It escalates to incredible levels to the point where the main character, just through physics and his motorized rollerblades, is able to stop the movement of the wind across an entire river.
Wait, what?
And then they fight rollerblades in space. And and then President Obama and a Japanese girl in high school, they switch brains. Their consciousnesses teleport into each other's bodies.
Yep.
Hold on, this is a show.
This is it was made into a show, but the show ended about a quarter of the way through the actual series. You have to read the manga. Obama doesn't show up in the show, but he does. They have Obama in the manga.
Obama in the manga.
Obama in the manga.
That's my new thing I'm working on.
And he swaps consciousnesses with a Japanese girl.
This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard of in my life.
But I'm gonna watch it.
It's fantastic.
It's so good.
And then you like Gintama.
Yeah, Gintama is about a ex-samurai in feudal Japan, or an alternate history where feudal Japan gets invaded by space aliens, and instead of getting invaded by America,
I love
or
it.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Holland, I think.
What?
No, either way, yeah. But so they develop alien technology alongside, that sort of style of architecture and stuff. Also, all swords are banned. So the main character, who was a samurai, he becomes an odd jobsman working anything he'll get paid to do.
Oh God, I want to say I'm like my favorite anime of all time is Trigon, and it's a pretty straightforward story.
Trigon's a really good Western anime.
About a guy-
Western genre.
About a guy in a red coat going across the desert saving people.
But my thing about Gintama is it's both really funny at times and also has really just good writing and really good stories at times. It does both.
But none of mine involved aliens invading Japan.
Obama brain
or
switches.
Obama brain switches. What the fuck? This is what I'm talking about right here. What the fuck? There used to be, oh my God, and they're telling us, I'm sorry, I love you guys to death, and they're telling us this shit is good. They're saying
It's entertaining.
They're saying you should read this book where Obama and his brain switches a little girl, which might mean that the presidency is a little more intelligent than it was before.
A Japanese girl.
Way more intelligent than Japanese. But God, no.
Look, it may be outlandish, but it's entertaining. It's entertaining as hell.
Maybe outlandish, but it's believable.
We went from discussing Christianity themes and the Dead Sea Scrolls and the evolving of mankind in one anime to let's make rollerblades stop the wind.
Yeah, over a river.
I fucking
just think of what that's gonna do to the fucking surface tension on the water.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Guys, it's over. If you have not already, go to beastescaperoom.com, enter the promo code Geeky, go to Facebook. We are Entertain the Geeky. We're the same thing on Instagram and YouTube, and then you can follow us on Twitter at Entertaining Geeky. As always, stay geeky.